Welcome to In the Bleachers with Wheaties, Wallane, and I'm Pete Mose. Shea Zeidler came off the bench with 171 yards and 2 touchdowns to lead Pequot Lakes past East Grand Forks 21-0 in the first football game played here in Pequot Lakes in 2 years. They resurfaced the field and did a lot of remodeling work around the complex, and so what a big win. It was free admission that night, Wheaties. You were there. What a big win. A lot of people called it like a homecoming game almost since they'd been gone so long.
Yeah, it was a monster crowd there. I don't know if it was free popcorn and free admission or what drew it, but Shea did a great job. One of them, he scored 2 touchdowns. One was on a 62-yard run. So
yeah, and he's the athlete of the week in the Lake Country Echo this week. Congratulations to Shea. And we should mention, too, volleyball player Morgan Lowmiller was athlete of the week last week, and we didn't mention her on the video.
Yeah, Morgan,
playing very well for volleyball.
Yep. Doing a great job.
So I want to say the football fans got their money's worth, but it was free admission, so they saw a great game either way. But it's a nice win. Pequot Lakes is 2-1 now, and they got a big game on the road against Park Rapids this Friday, the 20th.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty nice, too. The PAC supplied visiting the East Grand Park Greenway with a meal afterwards.
Oh, that's really nice.
There's a long hall up there.
Nice.
And that new cafeteria is awful. Nice.
And the food was good, Wheaties? I think you were there eating, too.
Good.
Okay, nice. Fun way to celebrate. Speaking of winning, the Pine River Bacchus football team is 3-0 this year. What a dominating game they played against Walker, Hackensack, Akeley. 51-0 on September 13th. The Tigers in their last 2 games, Wheaties, have outscored their opponents in the first half 81-0 in their last 2 games.
You just say you're going to win when that.
Yeah, I'd say the reserves are in the second half. They have a big game coming up this week at Cass Lake Bena, the 20th. They'll be playing, and they had 8 rushing touchdowns against Walker, Hackensack, Akeley, including 3 by Henry Krecklow and 2 by Nate Atkins. So good job to Coach Tom DeMars and the crew up there at Pine River Bacchus. In volleyball, Pine River Bacchus, they won the bronze title at the 12-team Crosby Ironton Invitational on September 14th. Last weekend, and Pequot Lakes improved to 6-2 just a couple nights ago. On Tuesday, the 17th, they beat Sebeka 3-2. That's a big win over Sebeka.
Yeah. Last Thursday, in the first night at home there in the new gym, they beat Wadena
Deer Creek,
4.
Yeah.
They beat them 3-1, and Wadena Deer Creek had won 33 of the last 35 in the last decade, and so it was obviously a big win for Pequot after being on the short end all them years.
Yeah, and Wadena was just a monster powerhouse for volleyball, and they may be rebuilding, but this Pequot team is turning into a pretty good team for all the new faces they had. We'll keep following them each week. Cross country, in a few minutes, I'm going to be doing photos at Madden's at the Pillager Invitational. It's raining outside, so it's not ideal conditions to run in, but they're going to be out there. Pequot Lakes will be there. Pine River Bacchus will be there. Boys and girls cross country today. Thursday, the 19th today. But they've been busy already the last few days. Pequot Lakes boys and girls were at Bagley Foston, and so was Pine River Bacchus. Boys competed there. The girls didn't have a full team
that's
there.
That's a big meet.
It's like a section preview for them.
Yeah.
And the boys were 4th and the girls were 7th. And then a couple days earlier, or last week, they went to Eveleth, and the boys were 2nd and the girls were 3rd. Not as good a competition as Bagley Foston, but the cross-country team's got a lot of new faces, but there's some to watch for the future. That freshman group for the boys is really good.
Coach Dale, he's thinking, he got some bright outlook on new young boys coming up.
Yep. And to wrap things up, tennis, last but not least, they're 12-3 this year. On Monday, they beat Long Prairie Grey Eagle and Sauk Center in a triangle, and that was Monday the 16th, and they're off to a very nice start. We were there last week for Parents' Night. We both came there, and Becca came with us, too. We had some brownies, and it was a lot of fun. And they lost a tough match, 5-2 to Staples, is a really good team.
Staples is always good in tennis.
And Monica says maybe we'll get them again at the end of the year, so we'll see how that goes. But thanks again for joining us for our report, and we'll be back next week.
Yep, see you then.